Hey guys, so it has been like almost 2 weeks, I feel like, since I filmed, so this feels very strange. Obviously I posted a No Makeup Monday last week, but that was kind of pre-filmed, and I haven't filmed since because I got sick last Tuesday and I only got better this, past Tuesday, whatever, you don't care. Anyway, so that was really hectic, but I'm going to have to pre-film a little bit today and tomorrow. Today is Monday. I'm filming this on my normal Monday. But I'm going to LA in a few days, so I'm going to be out of town. If you want to see my, shenanigans, what I'm up to in LA, follow my Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. Always linked down below. And I'll be vlogging it all, and I'll be posting that vlog on my vlog channel, so make sure you are subscribed to my vlog channel if you want to see my whole LA trip. Anyway, I'm going for DragCon, so if I'm going to see you there, please let me know. And also let me know your favorite things to do at LA or SoCal if you are there or have been there or are from there. So today I was actually very excited when this topic won in the Twitter poll because I love this subject. It's about dreams. And today we're going to talk about the psychology about dreams. And this is something I'm very passionate about, and probably not in the way that you think. I'm a very scientific, logic person. I don't believe in the supernatural or paranormal or anything like that. So dreams to me are really fascinating because although we know a lot about them, we don't know enough about them really to be like, this is 100% true. I know what I believe, and I'd love to hear what you believe about dreams down below after we finish this video, but let's go ahead and get into it. Firstly, I just want to say, if you're the kind of person that says, I never dream, you're wrong. We all dream about 1 to 2 hours per night, every 90 minutes about, and the dreams can last from like 5 minutes to 45 minutes. It really depends on the time of night. So we have multiple dreams a night, and that's just a given. We all dream at night, as long as we sleep longer than 90 minutes. However, a lot of us will remember our dreams more vividly, especially if we wake during REM sleep or right after REM sleep. We will remember our dreams really vividly. So sometimes if we wake up in like a super deep sleep, we won't remember what happened during the REM sleep cycle because it has been some time. So interpreting dreams, I'm not a fan of this. I don't believe in interpreting dreams at all. I think it's interesting that we all kind of share common themes throughout dreams, which, that's very strange to me, that even though given what I believe, which I'll get into in a second when we talk about like physical studies and science and stuff like that, just given that, it is strange that we have kind of similar dreams sometimes. Like dreaming about falling, your teeth falling out, being naked, getting lost. The most popular dream apparently is dreaming that your significant other cheats on you, which, hello, that happens to me all the time. Personally though, I don't believe that these symbolize anything or represent anything going on in our lives. However, I do believe that stress can initiate nightmares or stressful dreams. So dream interpretation really came about with Freud, and I'm going to be doing a whole video on Freud because he is just one of the biggest icons in the psychology world, as weird as his ideas were. Freud described dreams as the royal road to the unconscious, and he would use these to really understand someone and also understand their conflicts between their id, ego, and superego. If you don't know what that is, it's what you learn in Intro to Psych, basically. Which, let me know if you want like an Intro to Psych kind of video and what you would learn in a class like that, because obviously I've taken that. So basically that's our unconscious desires conflicting with the social norms that we're meant to follow. So he would think that our unconscious would act out our desires in our dreams. This obviously got a lot of criticism because critics would say, well, why would it describe what we really want, like our true deepest wish, when a lot of dreams are negative? So there's not a lot of reliability when it comes to dream interpretation. It's interesting, it's fun to read about, but definitely take it with a grain of salt. It is not a hard science by any means. It's interesting to learn about. Maybe it is something that's representative of something going on internally that you can deal with, but it's not black and white. It's not teeth falling out means we're self-conscious about our appearance. I don't think it's that black and white. Now we're gonna get into what I believe, and that is the physical, what is happening in your brain when you are sleeping and what causes dreams to even occur. So during REM sleep, acetylcholine neurons are actually really active in the pons region of the brain. So this activates the rapid eye movements, which is obviously what REM stands for, and also activates the cerebral cortex, which is what actually produces the imagery that we see in our dreams. These neurons also activate muscle paralysis, which is often why we struggle to run or walk in our dreams and it feels like we're running in like a pool. and we're just not getting anywhere is because we are actually physically paralyzed in real life. However, there is a rare disorder called REM behavior disorder where people will actually act out their dreams as violent as they can be. And now I've heard that night terrors aren't actually dreams. I've heard that they happen in a different wave of sleep than REM, so they wouldn't actually be dreams, and that's why a lot of people who experience night terrors don't recall any dreaming because they're not actually dreaming. I don't know if that's 100% true. I didn't really look into this, but it is something that I've heard in my biopsychology classes. So something that has been confirmed is that dreaming is actually a consolidation process of new information and memories from the day and also the past. The brain is going to go through all this information that it has in there because obviously we are constantly taking in new information. It's going to go through all of this and strengthen the synapses that need to be strengthened and discard any information that's just not necessary. How it does this, I don't know. The brain, this is why I study psychology. The brain is fascinating. And although I'm not in the scientific side of psychology, this kind of research, if it interests you, definitely look into it. Because biopsychology was one of my favorite classes that I took, even though it was extremely scientific. So the theory goes that while these synapses are being strengthened and it's going through this information, that is actually causing imagery as well in the brain. So ever since I've learned this is why I will never study right before a test unless I have time for a nap, but I don't really nap, so I don't know. But I will always study, make sure I get all of my studying done the night before a test, even if it's like in the afternoon, because when you sleep, it's going to preserve that information and store it in your brain a lot easier than if you were trying to memorize it right before an exam. So one of the main reasons why I believe in the scientific side of dreaming and not the interpretation side is that although our whole brain is active while we dream, certain parts are like super active, including the amygdala, which is actually how we regulate emotions, especially fear. So when we have nightmares, you best believe the amygdala is lighting up. Another area of the brain that's especially active when we dream is the visual cortex in the back of our brain, hence creating the imagery. This is what creates the content of our dreams as well, is the visual cortex. Overall, I just think dreams are a bunch of nonsense memories coming together to create a story, and I am obsessed with dreaming. And if you know me in real life, I mean, I've said this before, I'm obsessed with nightmares specifically. I don't know what it is. I think it's because throughout day-to-day life, I don't experience fear. I don't do adrenaline things, not at all. But in my dreams, I get to experience really bizarre worlds, and usually I dream about the apocalypse a lot, those are my favorite. So because I see it as from a scientific point of view of just oh, my brain's just coming together, sorting through all this information, it'll just get rid of what it needs to. This is my brain just being super active. I just like to sit back in my dream and watch the dream happen and be like, this is cool. I'm not necessarily self-aware while the dream is happening, but when I wake up, I don't really let it stick with me too much because I'm like, well, that was my brain's way of going through that information. I think it's all fascinating. There's so much more information I could give in this video, but I kind of just didn't want to overwhelm you guys. And I'm sorry if I didn't focus so much on the interpretation part of it. I'm sure that's kind of what you guys were hoping. I just don't believe in it. So that's just my standpoint on that. I'd love to hear yours though. And if you just had a really good interpretation of your dreams lately, leave it down in the comments or whatever you believe. I mean, nothing is really for sure, but there are a lot of things that are proven through studies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.